Hi! So, you have decided to start a 3D printing business. And you probably have been thinking for that for a while. You have these amazing business ideas. You maybe already have some potential customers. I mean, you are really triggered to get started now. And when you are that triggered, you sometimes do the mistakes, and that is obviously the worst mistakes we can do, and that is not to calculate the correct cost price for your project. Many times the cost price becomes wrong because you think you're scared not to get the order, you maybe not want to lose that deal, or your cost price gets so wrong that you not get the order because when you mark up as well, it becomes too expensive. So I'm not in the printer business at all, but anyway, I have created a web application where you can calculate your cost price for your 3D printing, because it is important to take depreciation of the printer, what is the cost of the filament with and without, transport fees, and there's a lot of other things like power, like development, like buying new tools, or you need to slice several things. Do you need to produce 100 pieces or do you need to produce one piece? It's a big difference, and you will see it in this tool. The tool is free to use, it doesn't cost anything, you don't have to log in or out. Link is in the description. So let's go and take a look on the tool. So when you click the link below, you will come to the screen here that is just a short presentation. You click the tools menu and we will come to another screen where it represents the tools I have made so far. I want to use two tools when I do this. One is of course the filament body I have. The second one is my cost calculator. So in the cost calculator, it is, I think, quite simple. First of all, you have this section here where it's about the filament and also about the project name. I use a very simple one. Today it's the 19th of June 20, and that's one. It is my first project. So because we have this customer who contacted you, he wants this FlexiCAD in a big size, so almost be 400 millimeters wide, and he wanted in red PLA. So let me go there, and I choose first of all PLA, that is 1.75, and over here you can see you get a recommendation. It's mainly what the manufacturer is saying: the nozzle 0.4, speed 70, heat 200, bed 40, fan on, and first layer the fan off. So now I need to go into my filament body, look for some red filament. I go quickly here and see what I have, and I can see I have here some from Prima Creator. It's a 500 gram spool. Yeah, let me take a look on that one. And I can see here the recommended, I have entered the recommended settings from Prima Creator for this filament. I have made the FlexiCAD before on the Dremel, and it's a little bit slow today. So here I can see that time I printed it on my Dremel nozzle. I used 50 millimeters per second with the infill of 20, and I used 215 degrees. So that's what I'm interested in to use on my Wanhao, because it needs to be a big print. So I will set here the price for the filament was that I cannot see there, so let's go back. It was 123 kronor and 50 euro, but that was for 500 grams, so it will be 247. Yips, oops, that was a high one. And I think I didn't think I had some shipment cost of that one because I bought so many at that time. Otherwise, if I have 45 kroner in shipment, my total price for this pool would be 292. Just for my own records, should be in red. Is the prototype? No, I print a skirt and I have 20% in infill. So this is for my memory. So now we come to the printer depreciation, and the printer I want to use here is my Wanhao D9, and the price when that was new was 5,945 Danish kroner. So what is the service life in hours here? Well, I guess it's 4,000. Can run 4,000 hours, and that means every hour will cost me 1.5 kroner. The kilowatt it uses per hour for heating the bed and the nozzle and so on, I think it was 450 kilowatts. And the price per kilowatt here in Denmark is 2.85. So it gives me a power price of 1.28 kroner per hour. That's done. We go to the next section, and this is preparing the printer for the first print. And cost price per hours is the price I need to, as a minimum, to have for the work I do. So let's say that is 200 kroners per hour. How much do I spend here on the first print? Okay, I maybe need to clean my bed, I need to change the filament, and that things I take maybe, let's say 10 minutes. And on other costs, I use a little bit for cleaning the bed. I have this amazing stuff that is really great to use, so I will clean the bed with that, and that will cost me maybe 5 kroner. So the total cost for preparation of the first item is 38.33 kroners to be correct. Then there could be other costs here. It could be that, let's say example slicing. You use, I don't know, you need to experiment with the settings so he gets this surface he wants. So let's say slicing, and this will be on the minutes and working minutes. Let's see, we use 10 minutes on slicing. That means it's 33 kroners and 33 öre. Then it could be you need to do some post-processing. I don't think on this item there will be quite a lot, but let's just say we need to look over it. So let's see, we spent 5 minutes, and this means additionally 16 kroners will come up as a cost per item. So now we need to go to the slicer here and take out the data that we will get when we slice it. So first of all, it is a Wanhao. I am in PLA. I have some retraction settings and so on. They should be okay. I have 0.2 as a layer high, top solid layer, 3 and 3. Adhesion, yeah, you use my skirt. Infill, support, no. Temperatures, 50. Extruder, let me see, what did my filament body come up with? It's set. It's 215. So let's go for 215 because we had good results in that in the past. Cooling, I run full cooling speed from the beginning. Script, I will wipe the nozzle and just clean it before we start. The speed is 60 millimeters per second. It's a little bit below what was recommended by, but I like that. And yeah, that should be the settings we need for our FlexiCards in a big size. So I have clicked and we just wait for it. Here we go. We will use 32 hours and 3 minutes. We will use the whole spool of filament. And we will use a whole spool of filament. So let us go back now and enter this to our calculator. It was 32 hours and 3 minutes. The weight was 457.15. And yeah, we should be here now. So we can click next here now. So we have everything filled out. Forgot the script. Now on this page, this is the overview for the FDM printing, and we need to validate the settings and the price. And here we can see the filament cost. This is the cost we will get. Print depreciation is 48 kronor, matter of fact. Power consumption 32 kronor. The setup for the first item, other cost we did have 0. Process cost was this. Total cost for the first item was, matter of fact, almost 248 kronor. For the second item, it was 161 then. So the total project cost price is 247. The plastic weight and the slicer build time in minutes, it says is 1,923 minutes. We need to print one item. So we only have set up, it comes up with a markup section here, and it says 20%. That's also in 20% is a markup. But for this, maybe you really want to earn some more. So maybe you said this is a kind of art. So I want to go here, and I want to have 499 kronor. And this gives you this price for this one piece of 498, and you have an EBIT of 250. So why do I not get for all the minutes I do print? Well, I don't think you will sell anything then. That's my opinion. But of course, you can mark up here plenty if you want to earn more. But I'm not sure you get 1,000 kronor for a FlexiCard. It's up to you to see how much you want to mark up for your work. It tells me 32 hours, and it says days to delivery 4. Wait, why does it do that? Well, the system calculates with 8 hours working days, but in this case you will maybe use 1.5 day, and that's because you just let it print through the night and the half of the next day. So it's more for your product planning. So when we have done all this, now we are ready to move to the next, and that's you can print out. It is just a machine settings for this particular work you do to these customers, and you can always go back if you print it out in your archive or make it as a PDF file just to see what happened and what you did there. If you're not happy with your settings, you go back here and now you change the things. Yeah. So maybe we want to try to offer him a better price with a higher layer because we use less time on this. So let's go and see what our, if we change the layer to this, modify it. Let's try to see. And we will use a little bit more filament, 22 hours and 7 minutes. So let's make that 10. And the plastic weight became 471. There. And I forgot to put in this one there. So, and now we go to the next button and we see it became a little bit cheaper. And if you go back to the 20, around the 20%, you see my EBIT is here and it's 320. But now we maybe could increase it to, let's say we go down to 476 and we still earn 200 and have an EBIT of 260 kroners. That's just what we do, and we go ahead with it. We get a new machine card, and when this is done, we go to the machine. Sorry, this is a machine card, and this is machine card for the one now, because when you have found your the depreciation, like how many running hours, this is an estimation, more or less, yeah. And but you also find the power consumption. If you Google that for your printer, you will find somewhere the power consumption in average. So this is just for your to memorize what. So this was my calculator that hopefully will help you in your new 3D printer business. And yeah, I will wish you all the best for the future and all the best for your business. See you another day, another time. Bye bye.